Hello and welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I am so very happy that you are here with all of us today in this week's episode of Be One, Be You. We are diving into the theme Open through childhood pain to find you. We all have disappointments. We're like plants that open to expand, to feel the sunshine, to feel the rain pouring down upon us, and to feel the sadness that closes us and contracts us like the petals of a flower. And when we connect to the inside source strength within ourselves, we're able to not shut down out of just getting hurt. As a modus operandi, we learn to recognize what our strengths are, who we are, and how to walk and live being who we truly are. We're living in a time where there are so many misplaced actions that come from not being connected to the source of real power. And we can contract in response reaction to what's going on around us, or we can trust that super connected place within ourselves that is a strong foundation, a melody, a song, a movement of energy and words that helps to support us. Those of you who are listening want to see the world in a place that nurtures and grows ways and actions that provide solutions and coming together. We're in a time period right now where things appear to be moving away, moving apart from the source of true power and strength that comes from the source instead of the false self, the ego self, which gathers its power through power over and not understanding what the human life is really about. The HU, H-U being the sound of God. HU, man, woman, man, human. We're connected into the source within ourselves, and all of the work in the Spirit Gateways Institute gives you the tools and the ways to tap in to the you that you really are. When you choose to feel, go through, embrace the childhood pain that happens in all of us, you go through the awakening through ABR. From what I named it years ago, it's abandonment, betrayal, and rejection. And those three actions are what tear us away or pull us away, tug us away, jolt us away from our true self. When we feel ABR, abandoned, betrayed, or rejected, we have a lot of questions that move through us that can stay with us through life, such as is it my fault that I'm being treated this way? Is the other person intentionally trying to hurt me? They say they love me. And then you go through the process of opening to love on your life journey. You know, what is love? Was that person using me for their own needs, living through me? What was really going on here? What you want to spend the most focus upon is coming back into you and embracing and being connected into the depths of your true self. We leave that true self, or your quantum self, the essence of really who you are, that universe, that multi-dimensional one verse of you, and all of your beautiful facets of how you express yourself. Your childhood pain comes from, in a moment, not being able to really express yourself and to be received, seen, or heard. And as you go through the actions in your life, the everyday habitual things that you have to do or that you must do for your health, for your money flow, for your life work, you want to continue to come back to the truth about who you really are and the truth about what you've been holding on to from the childhood pain. And the pain groks into the shame. And the shame then creates the guilt. So however you were wired to believe that you were the cause for any other person's experience, you want to really check out in yourself and find again your truth so that you're not ABRing yourself, so that you're coming back through that fog into the clarity of who you are. You know, that part of our mind, that part of you that's the ego self, it grabs hold of truth as well as untruth. And to walk clearly from that place of love is really the greatest gift that you can give yourself, and one of the most important soul journey tasks. And to really live in that place of love, what I found is to honor that pain. And if someone says something to you, someone you're close with, someone that you have an agreement with, to be able to speak your truths together, to be able to share that pain and to have it witnessed, and to understand it in yourself that you have that choice whether to hold on to it or to let it go, to really release it. Love and letting go work really well together. The more that you can love what you really need, love, I'm not talking about needing like to go buy something. I'm talking about needing to be really experienced, to have another person's presence there with you. And that happens through really valuing you being present with you. And then your presence brings forth those solutions and ideas that help a project, a company, your family, your child, your spouse, a friend. As you're helping your child to feel really wanted in this world, instead of the inner child presence feeling as though it really doesn't matter, that who she or he is doesn't really have the right to be, and that they really are just worthy of existing. There's thousands and thousands of individuals in our communities, in our world, who feel as though who they are do not have the right to exist. And this is one of the largest forms of manipulation and control that one power, whether it's a nation, a leader, a group, a subgroup, a family structure, a racist group, religious, bigotry. What you experience is an avoidance of the pain and putting it out on somebody else. So many relationships, love relationships, let's bring it down to right into our present moment, relationships can trade off pain. And when you start trading off pain and putting it out on a partner or a child or someone at work, you know that you're walking on hot coals, that your soul is trying to wake you up. It's trying to get you to move into a different direction. And it's really up to you to call it in somebody else. If you see them hurting someone or they're hurting you, it's more than okay for you to speak forth. We're living in a time when boundaries are rare. That companies do what they want to do, individuals do what they want to do, and that doing what they want to do comes from either an alignment with one's true quantum self, one's true self, where you are grokked in, connected. You're coming from the oneness within yourself. So your true oneness self, quantum self, right? It's got these different names I slip and slide out of, but I want you to feel into what it feels like for you to stop the turning against yourself and living in the opinions of who you are and who the world is and who others are, to focus in on receiving yourself, the you that was not received and got held in, held back through a childhood pain moment, and embracing that pain and understanding that sometimes you can be misunderstood because you were offering something another person couldn't receive or understand. So as you open to the brilliance within inside of you, that creative love, and also the pain of just inner tears, and you making the decision to be there for you, helps to move forward your healing. Your healing is needed so that your body is healthy and that your mind can let go of repeating the same patterns, when the brain just keeps repeating, and that it got stuck in the trauma point moment. Maybe it was, I am not being seen or heard. I seem to be the reason my parents have arguments or financial issues. And you're taking the self-blame off of yourself. You're freeing yourself of that. And you're allowing yourself to grow into being independent from defining who you are through the pain. So through the childhood pain, you exist. You've always existed. And when we are not shown that we exist in some way, whether it's our intellect, our emotions, our spiritual development that we come in with, our heartfelt kindness, our humanitarian quality, yes, as a child, what happens is that we live in doubt. We live in doubt of our own capacity, our own, gift. The gift that you are is in the pain of your inner child. And then through that pain, what I would love to suggest is to focus into the light that's under the pain. Because when you get right down to it, through the story of what you went through, there is that light that's waiting for you inside the pain. And the pain is the constriction, it's the contraction. And it is the feeling that God doesn't exist, Spirit's not flowing, life is cruel, I'm unlovable, that there's always pain. And oftentimes, through deep pain, we can emerge through it. And the opportunity is there to emerge through the pain back into deeper connection into Source God, to recognize that God is not some out there being, deciding who gets hurt and who doesn't. And there is an alignment. There's an alignment to what role you're playing in the bigger picture of life and creation, and what your contract has been and what is, and what you've signed up for in this lifetime, because you're always serving on some level of reality. And there are many facets of the ways that creation pour through us, happen through us. So when you move through a moment in your childhood where there was pain and you weren't seen, I want to also invite you to close your eyes and invite the light in, pouring down through you from above your head, into your heart center, into your solar plexus, your navel, your lower belly, your root center. And keep pouring this white light in, and then let it turn to gold, and let it evolve through you to open up your truth point, your center point of light, so that you're focusing into that blast point, meaning the light is blasting like a geyser coming up from the earth. And you keep your brain focused in that light point, and that's the truth of who you are. And in a moment of childhood pain, no one was able to see that. You weren't able to feel that. And if someone was being hurt, there was abuse happening, maybe a devastation. Maybe you felt ignored, completely judged or violated. Come back to this blast off point of light within you and blast into it. Focus your brain, your mind into this light, and allow the light to expand in your heart. And stay with this and practice this twice a day and experience what happens. Stay with it so that you grow your relationship with the point of light within you instead of staying with the pain within you. And this I share with you from my experience in my own healing journey and working with over 10,000 people over the last decades. I'd love to invite you to check out the Evolutionary Empowerment Global Village membership program. You can go to my website. It's right there on the homepage, and check out the tiers. You can come in and receive the library of all the videos that have to do with coming back into your true self, ending the separation in yourself, and really finding your real true self, and ending the gaps, coming into the empowered love that you are. So my website is iyanalahi.com, IANALAHI.com. Would love to hear from you. And in the Evolutionary Empowerment Global Village membership, there's 2 different tiers that include group mentoring, or you can do the first tier, which is having total access to all of the video courses. You're not alone. You're part of an incredible community globally of light, and I'm so glad that you're here with all of us. Have a really beautiful week, and holding you in much love and sending you many, many blessings. This is Ayana Lehi.